My name is Merle Ginsberg, and I'm a writer and editor. I'm a journalist. I write books. I write lots of blogs. I write magazine articles. I'm a judge, and in fact, when they asked me what qualified me to be a judge of drag queens, I said, A, I wrote a book about Boy George in the 80s. B, I spent the 80s in New York. And C, I get up and get into drag every day, because I'm in the fashion business. I think I've always been interested in drag in that the most essential thing, in a way, about a human being, outside of just their personality, is their gender. Gender is the bottom line. And we know that it's not just something you're born with, it's something that's affected by the early years of your life, how you relate to your parents, how you relate to people out in the world when you're young, and how you relate to imagery. And gender is still the great mystery. You know, we know about science and hormones, we know about anatomy, but gender, we all grew up with this idea that gender was sort of fixed. You're a girl, you're a boy, you're gay, you're straight. And it's really interesting to see that gender is actually quite fluid. And the place where gender has always been fluid is in the arts. I think RuPaul actually brought drag into the forefront in that, you know, people have been aware of it and interested in it, whether they're gay or straight, for years and years and years. I mean, the whole cabaret aspect, and you know, it had a bit of a kind of back room, kind of, you know, noirish element for a very long time. But I think that's a huge turn on to people, in the same way that taking burlesque, it was a huge form of entertainment, in that there's that element of danger, like, ooh, this is scaring me, this is freaking me out, which people love, you know. But RuPaul took it and made it wholesome, made it poppy, and made it fun, and made it really comedic. You know, they're not trying to look so much good as they're trying to be entertaining. They're being larger than life, and they're playing a certain role, a certain vision of the personality they've created. I absolutely think there's a little drag queen in each of us. In fact, again, when they said, why are you qualified? I said, well, I'm a girl, I do drag every day. I know that personally, I don't go to the gym without makeup on, because I just like the way I look in makeup better. And you never know who you're going to run into at the gym. But yes, I think that there's a side of every female who's dying to go over the top. And I love a comment that RuPaul made. I don't know where I read it, but somebody said something about, so it's really about a guy trying to be a woman. He went, I'm not a woman. Do women wear 8-inch heels and giant wigs and, you know, 5 inches thick of makeup? No, it's bigger than life. It's outside of male and female. It's a very heightened reality. It's kind of, I think about, like, really heightened glamour. Oh God, isn't your drag name the name of, like, your first dog and the street you lived on, right? Isn't that your drag name, or your stripper name, or whatever? So in that case, my drag name would be Tawny Wilson. But, you know, because I'm like a fashion person through and through, if I could, like, name myself, you know, a drag name, it would probably be like Miss Chanel Dior Galliano Couture.